it's just a fungi. This is just a fungi coins, and I'm back with another video. Inside this coin flap, I was looking through some change the other day, and I found this. Actually, the back is what's cool about it. It's a bicentennial. It's not gonna focus, but it's a bicentennial quarter, and this bicentennial quarter is in very good shape. Bicentennial quarters were made in 1976. They have a double date on them, 1776 to 1976. And these are not the only bicentennial coins I have. I have a bicentennial half dollar, and I think I even have a bicentennial dollar coin, $1. That got me thinking, how do these coins get their start? And what's the history behind them? Today, I got all the answers for you. I'm going to cover the history of the bicentennial coinage. Without further ado, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and it's time to get to my video. See you there. Before I get started with my video, I want to shout out somebody who made this wonderful piece of fan art. Cerebral229 made this fan art, and this is not the first time I've gotten fan art from this person. I'm loving it. If you have any other fan art or anything else you want to share, I mean, please keep it coming. If you don't, I appreciated everything that you've sent me so far, just this and the one for my 300 subscribers. And this is exactly how I look when I'm working at my job. Black pants and a black t-shirt is basically the dress code, so it's this is actually pretty accurate. Thanks for the fan art. If anyone else wants to send me anything, any fan art, or you just want to say hi, my Gmail is down below, and it's justafungi@gmail.com. So with that being said, let's get to my video. The United States Bicentennial Coinage is a set of circulating commemorative coins consisting of a quarter, half dollar, and dollar struck by the United States Mint in 1975 and 1976. Regardless of when the coin was struck, each coin bears the double date 1776 to 1976 on the normal obverses. For the Washington quarter, Kennedy half dollar, and Eisenhower dollar, no coins dated in 1975 of any three denominations were minted. Given past abuses in the system, the Mint advocated against the issuance of commemorative coins starting in the 1950s. Beginning in 1971, members of Congress introduced bills to authorize codes to honor the United States Bicentennial, which would occur in 1976. The Mint, through its director Mary Brooks, initially opposed such proposals, but later supported them, and Congress passed legislation requiring temporary redesign of the reverse of the quarter, half dollar, and dollar. A nationwide competition resulted in the designs of a colonial drummer for the quarter, Independence Hall for the half dollar, and the Liberty Bell superimposed against the moon for the dollar. All three coins remain common today due to the quantity struck. Circulation copper pieces and nickel were also mandated. 45 million parts of a pieces to be struck for collectors, and the Mint sold over half of the past silver coins before melting the remainder and withdrawing them from sale in 1986. Commemorative coins have been struck for a number of events and anniversaries by the United States Mint since 1892. Organizations would get Congress to authorize a coin that will be allowed to buy up the issue, selling it to the public at a premium. The final issue among these commemoratives, half dollars honoring Booker T. Washington and George Washington Carver, was struck for a number of years, but was discontinued in 1954. Originally priced at $3.50, they were repeatedly discounted, and many were not sold at a premium in circulation.
The promoter of these issues, S.J. Phillips, mishandled the distribution and lost $140,000. The negative publicity it caused the Department of Treasury, of which the Mint was a part of, to oppose the subsequent commemorative coin proposals. And until the 1970s, Congress didn't pass anything. In 1966, the Congress established the American Revolutionary Bicentennial Commission, or the Arbc, and it planned to coordinate activities connected with the 1976 bicentennial of the American independence. In February 1970, the Arbc established a Coins and Metals and Advisory Committee. The committee's initial report in the July 1970 called for the production of a commemorative $half for the bicentennial. In December 1970, the committee called for special designs for all denominations of U.S. coinage for the bicentennial. The Arbc endorsed this position the following month. The Treasury, however, opposed the change following its long-standing position against commemorative coins. Several proposals for bicentennial coins were introduced in Congress in 1971 and 1972, but they did not pass. Director Mary Brooks had attended the advisory committee meetings, and at one meeting, she supported having a 1776 to 1976 double date on circulating coins to mark the anniversary in 1976. Although accommodating two dates on the obverse would involve production difficulties. However, a newspaper interview, she deemed the idea of changing 6 circulating coins, cent to dollar, a disaster, and she felt any bicentennial coin issued should be non-circulating, perhaps a half cent or a gold piece. Brooks believed that such a coin would disrupt the Mint's production of coins for circulation. During 1972, however, she retreated from that position, and by the end of that year had persuaded Treasury Secretary George Shultz to support a bicentennial coin bill. In January 1973, Texas Representative Richard C. White introduced legislation for commemorative dollars and half dollars. Oregon Senator Mark Hatfield also put forward a bill calling for a $25 gold piece. On March 2, 1973, the Treasury announced its support for the bicentennial coin legislation for design changes to the reverse of the circulating dollars and half dollars, and sent proposed legislation to Congress. 3 days later, hearings before a subcommittee in the House of Representatives were held on May 2, 1973. Brooks testified supporting the limited redesign of the bill, opposing a more extensive coin redesign, separating the bicentennial matter, and she asked for authority to strike the U.S. coins at the West Point Bullion Depository. And the space was available to install older coinage presses. Brooks depreciated the Hatfield proposal, stating that the coin would have to be .667 pure or less to avoid hoarding. As a result of the hearings, several additional bills were introduced, and additional hearings were held before a Senate subcommittee on June 6th. Brooks testified again and responded to criticism that the only way the 2 least popular denominations would be changed, and it indicated her support with the Bicentennial Quarter as well. On June 13th, a bill S1141, which provided for a circulating Bicentennial Quarter and half dollar, gave permission for coins to be struck at West Point and allowed for the coins to be 40% silver. Colored versions for the new coins were also reported favorably by the Senate Banking Committee. It passed in the Senate on July 13th. However, amendments authorizing the U.S. citizens to own gold and to implement the half-dollar proposal were attached to the bill. A similar bill passed by the House of Representatives on September 12th differed from the Senate and bill lacking the provision retailing to gold and not authorizing versions of the new coins. The 12 remaining designs were released by the Treasurer for public comment in early 1974. Two of the proposed coins were sailing ships. Two featured Independence Hall in Philadelphia, where the Declaration of Independence was signed, and three depicted the moon or lunar spacecraft, which depicted the Liberty Bell superimposed with an atomic symbol. According to numismatists Michael Murata in a 2001 article on the Bicentennial Coins, the numismatic community's reaction to the entirety was predictable. Entries. Everyone complained by writing letters to the editor. From the 12, the judges selected 6 finalists for review. National Bicentennial Coin Design Competition Committee consisting of Brooks, Representative Wright Patman, and Senator John Sparkman. The Commission of Fine Acts, Secretary Charles H. Athrong and Eric P. Newman, and chairmen of the Arbc's Coins and Metals Advisory Committee. After receiving the committee recommendations, Secretary Schultz selected the winners on March 6, 1974. Brooks went on the Today Show to announce them. Jackal Art's design feature including a colonial drummer and with a torch of victory surrounded by 13 stars representing the original states. It was selected for the quarter. Seth Hodgkin's image of Independence Hall was selected for the $half. Dennis R. Williams' superimposition of the Liberty Bell against the moon was a successful design for the dollar. R owned a commercial art film. Huntington was the head artist for Brown and Bigelow, a Minneapolis publishing film. Williams, aged 21, the youngest person to design the U.S. coin, was an art student who had originally created the design for a class assignment. No change would be made to the obverses of the coin except for the double dating. On April 24th, 1974, 3 winning designers were brought to Washington, D.C. after a tour of the White House and meetings of the congressional committees which considered the coin bills went to the Treasury Building. And they received $5,000 checks from the new Treasury Secretary William E. Simon, who jokingly asked them if they wanted to invest their awards in savings bonds. Mint Chief Engraver Frank Gasparro made minor changes to the reverse designs. Gasparro simplified the quarter design and altered the drum for the sake of authenticity, and changed the lettering and modified the expression on the drummer's face. He made slight changes to Independence Hall and the $half, and altered the lettering on the dollar to facilitate the metal flow during stamping and asked the designer to straighten the bottom of the edge in the Liberty Bell. Our later stated he would have liked more time to finalize the design, wishing to clarify the features of the drummer's face. The initials of the designer were placed by the Mint, and all 3 agreed to Gasparro's changes to improve their designs. On August 12, 1974, the 3 designers with the Philadelphia Mint were the ceremonially operated the presses to strike the first coins bearing their designs. These prototypes were exhibited under armed guard at the American Numismatic Association convention in Florida the next day. They differ from all other bicentennial coins that they were struck in silver proof without mint mark. Other silver-proof coins bear an S, and those mint marks were struck at San Francisco. A state office, as the San Francisco Mint was then known, the coin struck at Denver bear a D. And, of course, the P mint marks are Philadelphia, and the W mint marks are West Point, and so on, and so on, and so forth. The Mint believed that if it was required to strike in 1975 quarters, $half and dollars, Not enough could be struck before it had began the bicentennial issues to prevent the 75 pieces from becoming collector's items. The risked coin shortages at the time, the mint was seen to build a surplus of quarters, and mint officials returned to Congress to seek amended legislation. President Ford signed a bill on December 26, 1974 that made several non-controversial changes to the law, including provisions to allow the mint to keep striking 74 dated pieces until they began striking the bicentennial coins. By terms of amended legislation, the commemorative coins would not be issued until after the 4th of July, 1975. In 1977, the mint returned to the old obverse designs for the quarter, half dollar, and dollar. Sales by mid-1977 had dropped off considerably, perhaps to 300 sets a week. A month ago, one mint official describing the sales against the massive unsold quantities a drop in the bucket. By 1979, the mint eventually had to sell out the silver-proof set, but admitted that it was with massive quarters unsold. There was no realistic possibility of selling all uncirculated silver sets. On September 17, 1979, faced with a spike in silver pieces, Mint Director Stella B. Hackle announced that the sets were being removed from sale. They were returned to sale in August 1980, but an increase of prices of $20 in proof sets and $15 in uncirculated. In September 1981, the Mint, citing a decline in the price of silver, reduced the price sets to $15. Mint Director Donna Pope later stated, sales of the 1776 to 1976 regular issue bicentennial coins went on and on seemingly forever. On December 31st, 1986, the remaining bicentennial uncirculated silver sets and 20,000 uncirculated sets remained in inventory. Not to mention, in 2001, there were 400,000 proof sets and 200,000 uncirculated sets. I read that wrong. Due to a large quantity struck in bicentennial coins, they remain inexpensive. A set of 3 silver coins containing 16.74 grams of silver is that's what it contains. In a 1996 statistical study, TV Buttery found that about 750 million of these circulation quarters, more than a third, have been hoarded and did not circulate. Coin dealer Marcel Sassola suggested in 1977 that these silver sets were just too many sold, and I think it'll take a long time before they have any real value. Maybe the tricentennial. The total coinage. I'm gonna specify the total coinage. Over 809 million quarters were struck in Philadelphia, and 860 million quarters were struck in Denver. There were 234,308,000 P half dollars and 287,565,248 D half dollars. The dollars type 1 were rarer. Only about 4 million Philadelphia dollar type 1s were minted, and about 21 million Denver ones were minted. The dollars type 2 were the more common ones, with over 113 million minted in Philadelphia and 82 million minted in Denver. So probably the tricentennial is when these coins are going to be worth a little bit more because there were so many minted. And the 2076 is quite far away still, but if you're watching in 2076, please like and comment down below. Well, that was the complete history on the bicentennial coins. Pretty cool information, pretty cool history. I sure hope you learned as much as I did. My name is Just a Fun Guy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that bell icon. Email, social media, all that down below. Until next time, signing off. So long.